This will be a video response to Snake Plisskenist. Snake Plisskenist. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. 3 things. In his video he said, people who deny races are stupid poop eaters, is what he said. I'm quoting. But then he also says something about the racists. Racists. Now, I don't know what a racist is, because I hear the word racist kind of said a lot. This person is racist because of something. The only consistency I've found in the personal use definition that people have in regards to what is a racist is that this person has certain opinions in regards to races, however defined, or whatever. That's really all I can get from racist. And I tried to figure out when this term came about, and I saw on Etymology Online there was a reference to 1932. So that's when Etymology Online said it was first came about, and it cited the Encyclopedia Britannica. But I saw an earlier usage in the year 1930, a usage by Leon Trotsky in 1930 in his book The History of the Russian Revolution. And he used the term racist to refer to ethnic groups, specifically Ukrainians, who didn't want to be part of the Union. You don't want to be a part of the Union because you're a racist, right? Because there's a bunch of Kazakhs and Turkmens in this great workers' union, and you just don't like them. That's why. I mean, pretty plausible case. I mean, if when you think of the Soviet Union, and not reasons why you wouldn't want to be part of the Soviet Union, I mean, yeah, brown people, brown people in Central Asia. That's definitely on the front burner for them. Anyway, and that's totally not how it's used today, with the elites in Leningrad, as it was, in Moscow, looking down on the peasants and the rural peasants in the farmlands of the Ukraine. So I generally have a problem with the usage of the term racist. Whenever someone uses the term racist, they have to define what they mean. And because they have to define what they mean, why did they even use the term racist in the first place? If I told you Zaxel Blacks is racist, do you now have any new knowledge about Zaxel Blacks? No. No, you don't. So, why say it? Well, I think you kind of know why it's said. For, kind of like a vague poo ball. Racist. Klansman. Okay. Why do people talk about race? Trivia realism. It's trivia. It's trivial stuff. Who cares? All people are shitheads. Income, average, social inequalities is why. Why do black people earn less monies than white people, than Asian people? Then why? Why these inequalities? That's really the question. 1. And 2, why don't they go away? You had poor, immigrants coming from Europe in the U.S. during the great immigration waves from Europe, and at this point, I don't know, maybe if you broke down European Americans by their ethnic ancestry, you might find some income inequalities, but nobody knows or cares about any of that anymore. And if I had to guess, I'd guess it all ended up washing out. But you have these visibly distinct races, and these visibly distinct races have different outcomes. So why do they have different outcomes? Is it a result of some oppressive system? Because they're not going away. Right? That's the important thing. They're not going away. So is it a result of some oppressive system? Whether it's intentionally a conspiracy by a bunch of white people, or whether it's the crazy landlady who doesn't like it when I make videos, or what. People are going to come to an answer on that, and that's the political realism of this, right? Black people voting a certain way because they feel justified in voting a certain way out of some collective racial identity, right, out of some collective idea of being oppressed, or people voting for certain welfare programs as a leveling measure because they think the society is not properly meritocratic, right? That's the political issue. Another political issue is, say, Sweden bringing in a bunch of Africans and having the Africans behave, on average, like Africans behave everywhere else, being a drain on the social services, making areas no-go zones. Should they bring in more, right? Is it possible to integrate large populations of whoever, of this group or that group? Well, it depends. I mean, do the races behave differently, and do they have inherent behavioral differences? That matters in regards to immigration policy, right? That matters as to the justifiability of affirmative action, right? Because if the racial disparities in terms of getting jobs and getting into colleges, although I think the getting into college thing is going to become a little bit less important as people wake up to the extent to which college is kind of a scam. Not entirely a scam, but a lot of it's scammy. I think that's going to be less important. But anyway, affirmative action of the various kinds, right? That's predicated on the idea that the current racial disparities are down to, non-genetic factors, right? That's what it's saying. Okay. And the last point on race mixing. Why are you against race mixing? That's stupid. You guys are stupid. Is wanting to live stupid? Like, you could say, like I could say, well, what's the point in living? Oh, you want to live. Okay. Why do you want your family line to continue? The family line's an extension of you. That's a continuation of you living. Why do you want your kin group to continue to exist? Well, because that's a continuation. Now, does race mixing mean death for your kin group? I guess to some people, I don't know. But the thing is, it's inherently, the opposition to race mixing is inherently, it's not irrational, it's not rational, it's non-rational. So it's not really something that you can argue against. It's a non-rational kind of pre-rational, we could say. It's like the desire to live, the desire to have kids and procreate, right? It's pre-rational. So that's all that really needs to be said about race mixing. It's not stupid, right? I mean, it's like your favorite color is brown. Well, that's stupid. Blue's obviously the best color. In fact, let me show you this poll that shows the majority of people think that blue, over 51% of males think that blue is the best color, right? Whereas women, a little bit less. Women tend to more prefer purple, but you could do something like that, but it's not something that can really be argued against or said to be stupid at all. Okay, that was too long of a video. Too long of a video to say things. All right.